Most of the fundamental ideas of science are essentially simple and may, as a rule, be expressed in a language comprehensible to everyone. Even for the physicist, the description in plain language will be criterion of the degree of understanding that has been reached. If you cannot in the long run tell everyone what you have been doing, your doing has been worthless. Chapter 1. Big Week at Big Sur. When I tell my friends that I study physics, they move their heads from side to side, and I start to hear my neighbors and my family hitting things until I stop studying. They shake their heads at the whistle, and they whistled. Woo! That's difficult. This universal reaction to the word physics is a wall that stands between what physicists do and what most people think they do. There is usually a big difference between the two. Physicists themselves are partly to blame for this sad situation. Their sharp talk sounds like advanced Greek, once again. Unless you are Greek or a physicist. Physicists themselves are partly to blame for this sad situation. Their sharp talk sounds like advanced Greek, unless you are Greek or a physicist. When they are not talking to other physicists speak English. Ask them what they do, however, and they sound like a native Corfu again. On the other hand, part of that blame is ours. Generally speaking, we have given up trying to understand what physicists and biologists, etc. really do. In this, we do ourselves a disservice. These people are engaged in extremely interesting adventures that are not that difficult to understand. True, how they do what they do sometimes entails a technical explanation which, if you are not an expert, can produce an involuntary deep sleep. What physicists do, however, is actually quite simple. They wonder what the universe is really made of, how it works, what we are doing in it, and where it is going, if it is going anyplace at all. In short, they do the same things that we do on starry nights when we look up to the vastness of the universe and feel overwhelmed by it and a part of it at the same time. That is what physicists really do, and the clever rascals get paid for doing it. Unfortunately, when most people think of physics, they think of chardboards covered with undecipherable symbols of a unknown mathematics. The fact is that physics is not mathematics. Physics is simple wonder at the way things are and a divine. Some call it compulsive interest in how that is so. Mathematics is the tool of physics. Stripped of mathematics, physics becomes pure enchantment. I had spoke often to Jack Safarty, who is the physicist director of the Physics Consciousness Research Group, about the possibility of writing a book, probably 7 years ago, or even 14. I'm going to come back with technicalities in mathematics. Excuse us, I'm being interrupted. Follow me! To explain the existence insights that motivate current physics. Of course, just because I'm recording on video, you have to interrupt me. It's so typical. So when he invited me to a conference on physics that he and Michael Murphy were arranging at the Iceland Institute, I accepted with a purpose. The Iceland Institute, it is named for an Indian tribe, is in Northern California. The North California coast is an awesome combination of power and beauty. But now here, so much as long the Pacific Coast Highway between the towns of Big Sur and San Luis Obispo. The Iceland facilities are located about a half-hour south of Big Sur between the highway and the coastal mountains on the one side and rugged cliffs overlooked the Pacific Ocean on the other. It has nothing to do with Gina, by the way. A dancing stream divides the north third of the grounds from the remainder. On that side is a big house called the Big House, where guests stay and groups meet, along with a small home where Dick Price, co-founder of Iceland with Murphy, stays with his family. On the other side of the stream is a lodge where meals are served and meetings are held, accommodations for guests and staff, and hot, soulful baths. I'll continue another time. I have to see what my mom wants with me prior to the time when I'm recording a video, probably just to pick it up and spoon it around.